on YouTube, starting us up on Rumble. Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is about what happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for interesting and important happenings, but to possibly even answer questions you don't realize you have. I am Xander.
King's Refuge.
And we will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. He's on his way up. And of course, UVRU, thank you so much for watching, joining us and all that stuff. Today is Moon's Day, aka Monday, September 16th, 2024. And we will get to why this is our thumbnail when we get to it. What do we got here? We're starting off rather late, comparatively.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, 1400, we have Owain Glyndwr was declared Prince of Wales by his followers, all right? And that's the first thing we got here, as you see. So, it's 1620, got a pretty big
music.
one here. Sorry? What?
Is the music going?
Is
the music going out here?
I guess I just have it really low. Let me increase it a little bit. Can you hear it now?
Is it?
I can hear it, just ever so slightly. It is going. So.
Put a little bit higher.
A little bit higher, okay. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Go wrong way. Come on. There?
Okay.
Alright. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. What do we got here in 1620?
1620, the Mayflower departs Plymouth, England, with 102 pilgrims and about 30 crew for the New World.
All right. It says here, old style September 6th. As I said, with the whole adoption of the Gregorian calendar, it got rid of 11 entire days. So, that's why we have all this old style, and various other calendars. But welcome to the show.
Thank you. Golden Moon here.
Welcome.
Yeah, King, how are you?
Yeah, you guys are looking good today.
Thank you.
Cameras,
so are
you. Your angle, whatever you change for your setup.
I didn't change really anything. It's just kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah.
I just realized all three of us are wearing red shirts.
Ah.
So, let us pray we're not in the Star Trek universe.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, not good. What do we got here just a decade later in 1630?
1630, Massachusetts village of Shawmut changes its name to Boston.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
Can you imagine? Instead of Boston, it would be Shawmut. Hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Shawmut here.
There's Shawmut over here.
Yeah.
Right. Didn't know it had another name.
Yeah. Well, a lot of places have. New York, New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
1652.
1652, Spanish troops occupy Dunkirk.
That's really interesting. Because knowing what we know about Dunkirk, during the Second World War, and it's really interesting. Spain, of all places, all the way that far up north in France. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much I don't know how far they went inland, but that's a good chunk of France gone there. That's pretty deep. 1666, rather interesting year there. We have the number of the beast. The quote-unquote Messiah, Shijapati, dude, how do you even pronounce that? There's no hope. Became Islamist. Huh. All right. 1701, James Francis Edward Stuart, at the age of 13, the Old Pretender, became the Jacobite claimant to the thrones of England and Scotland on the death of his father James II. So wow. So we've been talking about the Jacobite uprising and whatnot. Someone who claimed that they had rightful succession to the throne and all that stuff. So here we have actual evidence that he was indeed an heir to the throne.
Ah.
Maybe not the rightful heir, but he was of the royal lineage, bloodline at least. So, yeah, that a little bit gives some validity to his argument that initiated that British Civil War there. 1702, Emperor Leopold I declared war on France, Cologne, and Bavaria. Okay. That's interesting. So
Yeah.
war, you know, like all of you, like sprinkles, you know.
Sprinkles.
Yeah, like you know what? How do you declare war on 3 things at the same day? You know, like it's weird.
Yeah.
You know, but then I think about, because I recently heard about this, but like there is some kind of one of the first things to pass, you know, by UN resolution and all that stuff. I believe it was UN or something. Was going along the lines of war is to only be used as an absolute last resort. You know,
Right.
and that was making me think, you know, what, like back in the day of like, you know, kings and castles and all that stuff, people were so quick to go to war because, you know, they didn't care. They said, oh, war, okay, well, okay, screw you, whatever. Oh, war with you, okay, a little bit of war for you, war, you know, you get a war, everybody gets a war, you know, like, you know, but society changed everything, and we had to view the aspect of killing each other as not a good thing, you know, which it's not. Like, never
Well,
has been.
It's not. You're right.
No. 1747, French troops occupied Bergen on Zoom. What? Bergen on Zoom? Like the app? Like, you know, like
Don't think so.
Siege of Bergen op Zoom, not on Zoom, op Zoom, took place during the Austrian War of Succession, when a French army under the command of Count Lowendahl and the overall direction of Marshal Maurice de Saxe laid siege and captured the strategic Dutch border fortress of Bergen op Zoom on the border of Brabant and Zeeland in 1747. Oh, so we found old Zealand. You know, we know where New Zealand is. You know, but very much like everything else, there is an Old Zealand, so here it was. The fortress was defended by Dutch, Austrians, British, Hanoverians, and Hessians that supported the Pragmatic Sanction. Alright. So, now we know. It's not Bergen on Zoom, it's Bergen op Zoom. Let me just move that up, you know, or change that a little bit. 1782, Great Seal of the United States of America used for the first time, and that's our thumbnail.
There
So,
we go.
you know, this... What a lot of people don't realize is that there's a back to the seal, and that's the the all-seeing eye. Like, you know, if you have a dollar bill, you have the seal of the United States.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people, you know, don't realize, because there's a whole conspiracy, because we can see by the paint job that that's an eagle, but there's an entire theory saying that that's actually a phoenix, you know, which is a mystical bird that is more or less like immortal. When it dies, it rises from its own ashes, reborn. You know, that's what a phoenix is.
Okay.
So, you know, they're saying instead of an eagle, this is a phoenix, but we have it painted like an eagle, obviously, right here.
Phoenix disguised as an eagle is what you're saying.
That's what they're saying. Well, they're portraying it as an eagle because that's our national bird and all that stuff. But you know, there's, you know, with that vein of thinking as well, there is a whole lot of merit to the argument. You know, what Benjamin Franklin said: our national bird should have been a turkey.
Yeah.
Because the eagle is so used everywhere else. You know, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on up. 1795 here. British captured Cape Town, South Africa from the Dutch. All right, so you know, British and the Dutch and all that stuff, the Boers and the Afrikaners, as we spoke about yesterday. 1810, Mexico issued Grito de Dolores calling for the end of Spanish rule, and this is the Mexican Independence Day.
Yeah.
Happy Independence, Mexico! You know, let's give them a cheer here. Where are you?
Their Independence Day is Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May.
No.
So what's this?
No, Cinco de Mayo was when they were independent from France. Because, hold on a second. Origin of Cinco de Mayo.
It's their Independence Day. You can say whoever you want, but...
No, it's not Independence Day. Cinco de Mayo, in Mexico, Spanish for 5th of May, is an annual celebration held on May 5th to celebrate Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. It's not their independence. It was,
okay.
No, like, I didn't want to sit here and be like, you know, oh, no, you're wrong, you know, no, because that's why I looked it up first. But no, I knew this. Like, it was about the French, but they were already independent. You know, we have here 1810. This happened in 1862. Led by General Ignacio Zaragoza. Zaragoza died months after the battle from an illness. However, a larger French force ultimately defeated the Mexican army at the Second Battle of Puebla and then occupied Mexico City. Following the end of the American Civil War in 1865, the United States began lending money and guns to the Mexican liberals, pushing France and Mexican conservatives to the edge of defeat. So we aided Mexico in a continuing Mexico.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have been conquered by the French and all that stuff. So, but no,
Okay.
Cinco de Mayo
Good
is a
to know.
celebration of them retaining their independence.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 1847, Shakespeare Birthplace Trust bought Bard's birthplace in Stratford upon Avon. And there's, we've been seeing a whole lot of theories involving Shakespeare. One of them being William Shakespeare, the person. There was never somebody actually called that. That was actually a pen name, how a lot of authors used. A lot of people, they have their stage names and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even Mary Shelley published Frankenstein under a pseudonym, under a male name, so that way she could get it published to begin with.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about David Bowie. That's a stage name. His actual name is David something else. But we will be talking about that later on in the show, actually. But there's another theory saying that Shakespeare, instead of being just a pen name or a different person, was an entire conglomerate of people utilizing a pen name, because there's a lot of differences in writing from work to work, and he invented how many hundreds of words? The sheer accomplishments he did is beyond human.
So you think it may be even a group of people, is that right?
Well, there's an entire theory that William Shakespeare was used as a facade to basically, bring in an entire new swath into the English language. Because he essentially, doubled the amount of words. Let me look this up. How many words did William Shakespeare invent? Let's see. William Shakespeare is credited with the invention or introduction of over 1,700 words that are still used in English today.
Whoa.
There's no way in hell one guy did that. I'm sorry. So I heard that theory and it makes sense to me.
Very well could be.
Yeah.
Never gave it a thought.
There's always, groups of secret societies or people, populace, or groups or whatever, trying to, push society one way or another. You have things like the Skull and Bone Society in Harvard or Yale or wherever the hell it is. You have the Illuminati. You have the Freemasons. You have what's another one? I just had
point, though.
the Scientologists.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, what do we got here in 1848?
In 1848, slavery abolished in all French territories. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
1857, Mexican Constitution of Force, fiercely attacked by Pope Pius the Ninth.
Yeah, and they added
Constitution of Force.
Yeah, they added in, actually, more since yesterday. So let me read what's on the source here. Federal Constitution of the United Mexican States of 1857 came into force, establishing individual rights, including universal male suffrage and freedom of speech, also removed Catholicism as the official religion, and was thus fiercely attacked by Pope Pius IX. So they gave us a little bit more meats from my research yesterday. Hopefully that answered the question. The Constitution of Force, so... they're forcing the Catholics out, and that's why the Pope was against it, obviously.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Well, they're trying to diminish Catholicism of the power.
And I don't think it worked, because look at Mexico now. Catholicism is not really the rule, but that they're still majority Catholic.
But they're not ruling. They believe in Catholicism.
Yeah.
A huge percentage.
So it's not the official religion, but it's still the primary one.
Yeah. So in that sense, it did work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got some Californian history here. 1858, first overland mail to California. So to California. So yesterday it was for California. I guess 2 or 4, it doesn't matter. It was going to California. That's pretty cool.
First letter said something like, "What are you thinking out there?"
Yeah. Well, that was around the time of the gold rush, right? Oh.
18 what?
1858.
But yeah.
California gold rush. Let's see here. It says 1849. 1848 through 1855. So it already had happened.
Yeah, but that established its value.
Yeah.
Hence, mail follows and everything else.
Yeah. Well, people moved out there and everything, so they had to, bring in all that stuff. You know, and then then you can start thinking about the mud flood and how Los Angeles was found, not built. But that's a whole iceberg. Yeah, I see you nodding, man. Like you know what I'm talking about. What do we got here in 1859?
British explorer David Livingstone is the first European to sight Lake Nyasa. Now forms Malawi's boundary with Tanzania and Mozambique.
Yeah,
Mozambique.
Tanzania and Mozambique. Let's see. You know what?
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
It
same
is.
Guy?
That is. Not the one who said it, but the one being said too.
Right, said too. Yeah, obviously.
And I just wanted to look at what this lake looks. Oh, that's a pretty cool lake.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's.
Ooh, my God, it's a lot of fishing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, somewhere around here, there's the Victoria Falls, which are magnificent.
Huge,
yeah. So if anybody's interested, go look up Victoria Falls. They're magnificent. What else do we got here?
1861, British Post Office Savings Bank opens.
Why does the post office need a savings bank? Specifically, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a post office / bank?
I don't know. This just reeks of the Red Shields. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
1862, Confederate General Braxton Bragg's army surrounds 4,000 Federals at the Mudfordville, Kentucky.
Uh-oh. That's not good. But the Federals were, the Union Army.
Yeah.
This is the Civil War here.
Yeah.
So.
63. Robert College of Istanbul, Turkey, the first American educational institute outside the United States, is founded by Christopher Robert and America philanthropist.
A philanthropist.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a full-on rapist.
Jeez.
So our first to.
Where's that from?
Our first attempt to
Sonny
indoctrinate
Sonny.
foreigners.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, our first, as you were saying, our
Charlie.
first attempt to indoctrinate foreigners? Yeah, true. Yeah.
Charlie was on a date.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you said Always Sunny on Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, tell her you're a philanthropist. He's like, I'm a full-on rapist.
Yikes. 1867, Ottawa Rough Riders and Senators played Canadian football game. That's just like a whatever article, but I found that interesting.
Goes way back. I'm surprised.
Yeah. 1869, golf's first recorded hole-in-one by Tom Morris at Prestwick's 8th hole in Scotland. All right, so the first recorded hole-in-one. Awesome. 1873, German troops left France. And this was actually before the one from yesterday. That was what, 1890s or whatever?
I don't
So
remember.
Yeah,
how many times are German troops leaving France?
As many times as they entered, I guess.
Yeah. I know in 44-45 they were forced to leave France, at gunpoint.
Yeah.
So, finally, but the first.
They haven't been back, right?
I hope not. Well, not violently, of course, but
Invading-wise.
yeah. But I'm just the first thing I thought of when I saw this is that meme. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? It's 1892, Amsterdam Swimming Club was renamed the Y. And that's really interesting because then, that's different than the YMCA. The YMCA, the Young Men's Christian Association, was founded in the United Kingdom. And this is Amsterdam. And now, whenever people, I'm going to go to the Y, I always, maybe I'm wrong, but I always attributed it to people going to a YMCA facility and there's a public pool there.
Yeah.
Was that the case? When they say they're going to go to the Y, they're going to go to the YMCA to go swimming.
Well, swimming or whatever's there.
Recreation.
Yeah, recreation.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a basketball court.
But this says that they're different. This
is Amsterdam.
Yeah, but they renamed their swimming club to the Y. And then I believe YMCA was created later.
I have no idea about the timetable.
But that's weird.
But what's just the Y stand for?
That's it. That's it. That's the name of their swimming club, like a football club. Like it's a team of people, for like some kind of swimming, sport or something. So, but yeah, that's weird, Like I'm getting some kind of like Mandela effect thing, going on. I don't know, something like anti-Mandela effect, like what's a Winnie effect, I guess. Instead of Nelson Mandela, it's Winnie Mandela. Like I don't know. What do we got here in 1893?
1893, Cherokee Strip, Oklahoma opens white settlement homesteaders.
Yeah. What's the difference between this and what's happening right now in a certain area of the world? Absolutely nothing. 1896.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Stephen Crane was threatened with arrest after intervening when a woman he was interviewing, Dora Clark, was arrested on suspicion of prostitution. So, wow.
While he was interviewing?
No, he was threatened with arrest after interviewing.
Oh, after, okay.
So, Stephen Crane was threatened with arrest after interviewing when a woman he was interviewing, Dora Clark, was arrested on suspicion of prostitution. So, guilty by association almost. So, just because he was in proximity to her, he almost got arrested. Wow. What the hell?
Was he interviewing or was he...
No, so he was interviewing a woman.
Yeah.
And then after having interviewed the woman, he was then threatened, with arrest because after the interview they arrested the woman that he was interviewing on suspicion of prostitution.
Right.
So because he was in proximity, he's under threat of being detained.
My question was, during the interview, was it actually an interview or was it solicitation?
That is a good question.
Maybe.
What was said during the interview? That is a good question.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. 1901. Bring us up to this to the next century.
Alturas, California is incorporated by the only city in Modoc County.
I wonder if it still is. There's LA County, there's Orange County, there's this county, there's that county. I wonder if Modoc County. Wow, its population is only 8,700. I don't know if
out there in the desert area.
Yeah, I don't think there is any other towns. Maybe. This makes California's third least populous county. The county seat and only incorporated city is Alturas, so it still is.
Yeah.
So 123 years on, they're still the only city.
I've heard of Modoc County.
Yeah.
But people don't realize how much of California is almost uninhabitable. I mean, there are some diehards out there in the desert, but there's a lot of desolation in California, inland.
Yeah. California is mostly a desert. People don't realize that. What else do we got here?
In 1906, Carlo Neiman won the first Finnish marathon.
All right. So, Finland, Finnish marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
In 1908, carriage maker William C. Durant founds General Motors in Flint, Michigan.
The birth of government motors.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how they didn't even have this highlighted or anything. It's just, like one of the Oreo creams, So, 1908, we got that one. 1913, thousands of women demonstrated for Dutch female suffrage. All right. 1915, U.S. took control of customs and finances of Haiti for 10 years. With what's going on recently, and
we didn't do it a lot of good.
Taking a deep look at how that country is now, maybe we shouldn't have let him go. They need help. 1919, U.S. Legion Incorporated by an act of U.S. Congress. American Legion Incorporated. What is
American Legion?
American Legion Incorporated?
Yeah.
Is it a military thing or? Oh yeah. Oh no, it's an organization of U.S. war veterans. So it's for vets.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also youth baseball, American Legion baseball.
Huh. That's interesting.
Which is sponsored by the American Legion.
I gotta move my mic closer, and you guys speak up a bit, because.
All right. How's that?
Well, you gotta remember, you're on radio. You gotta talk. You gotta say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Yeah.
We are brought to you by the American Legion.
No, we're not. We are not sponsored by the Mint. No, that could actually get you sued if you say that. Seriously.
I take it back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. 1919, Dutch ruler defeated Giants 4-3 to clinch Cincinnati first National League pennant. All right. Cool job. Ooh, this 1921 raises an eyebrow here. What do we got?
Wall Street bombings occur at 12:01 when a horse-drawn wagon explodes on Wall Street, New York, killing 38 and injuring 143.
Damn. I mean, I'm not for that, I am for Occupy Wall Street. I'm not a proponent of violence by any means.
That'll never happen again.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might. Like, with how everything's going today, especially after what happened yesterday. Holy crap, dude! Like, 1924.
Let's not. St. Cardinals future Baseball Hall of Fame first baseball Jim Bottomley sets MLB all-time single record RBI record of 12, and 17-13 round of Brooklyn Robins at Ebbets Field.
It's 17-3, not 13.
Yes, sorry,
Yeah, no,
17-3. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's
What's an RBI?
running, batting in.
Run batted in.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got it.
What's an Ethernet cable?
What?
What's an Ethernet?
Too short.
Yeah.
1926 here, between now and the 22nd, so for the next 6 days. Hurricane in Florida and Alabama killed 372 people. Yikes. We also have St. Louis Cardinals defeated the Phillies 23-3. That's another spread there. 1929, police shoot at strikers in Master Street, 2 killed. And Master Street, I think, is in Germany, right? Sounds German. So, let me look that up. I'm willing to bet it's German. Oh, no, Netherlands, sorry. Well, around that area.
That's pretty general, around that area. Only a couple countries over.
Well, I utilize semantics to not lose, Like, I'm technically...
Sounds right.
I'm technically correct.
You're in the neighborhood.
The best
worldwide
kind of correct.
wise.
Yeah. I mean, it's on Earth,
It's in our solar system.
Yeah.
Next door. What the heck?
It's in this reality.
I can practically touch it.
Yeah. I can never lose. What do we got here in 1930?
1930, Phillies training 10-5, score 5 in the 9th inning. Wow. Then Pirates score 4. Oh, and top of the 10th. So Phillies score 5 in the bottom of the 10th to win 15-14. Wow.
What a game.
Hell of a game.
Woo! Man, they waited till the end to really bring in the theatrics.
So they scored 5 thinking, finally we got this thing made.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Whoops.
Yeah, now we got this moving. Now it's a game.
1931, blimp is moored to Empire State Building, New York City.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the Empire State Building, the top of the mast, it was actually designed to be a mooring station. To load and unload passengers to and from a dirigible, a blimp and such. Now, I don't know how you can get anybody to muster up the courage to get on that rickety-ass bridge up there, but it was designed.
What?
It was designed to be a mooring and airport station.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I know. Now, the winds and all that stuff eventually put a kibosh to that, but they did successfully, as it did here. There's like once or twice they did.
More to it?
Yes. Yeah, like actually, let's see here.
Stupid.
A blimp.
I don't think I'm deboarding. Sorry.
Empire State.
I'll ride this one out.
Yeah, literally.
I'll become part of the cleaning crew.
Here's a picture. It's moored.
Oh, jeez.
Now,
look at that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Now I guess there's a way to go up and out through the nose. Maybe there's a door. Here's a better image. Yeah, there you go. There's a door. So open image and new tab. Yeah, look at that. You're climbing up into the blimp right there. You see that? That is madness.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's
I
nice.
feel comfortable with that.
That's on the top of the Empire State Building, people.
What a great idea. Only in America.
Oh, man. 1931 as well, St. Louis Cardinals repeated a National League champions with a 6-3 win over the Phillies. All right, I'll repeat. 32, we have 30.8 centimeters of rainfall at Westerly in Rhode Island. This was their state record, at least. I'm not sure if it still is. But if anybody wants to let us...
To that date.
Yeah, to that date, so yeah. We also have the British actress Peg Entwistle at the age of 24. Committed self-deletion by jumping from the letter H in the Hollywood land, which was which is now a Hollywood sign. They got rid of land in Los Angeles, California. So I did not ever know this. So now whenever you look at the sign, you see this H. Somebody ended it all up there. Yeah. I will never forget this.
And her last name was really weird. What was that?
Peg Entwistle. Entwistle.
Well, you know, that was a whole
Entwistle,
that was a whole real estate promo to get you to buy lots in Hollywood.
Yeah, but man, that now I'll never look at that sign the same way again. Crazy. Let's move on up to 1937. Sir King.
I never looked at it the same after they made it say Hollyweed.
I know, I love that too.
They made it say what?
Hollyweed. Like at some point, somebody. This was recent. Somehow somebody got up there and they actually changed.
Yeah.
Like, this is real. This is not AI. This is
just
blocked it out a little bit.
Yeah. And then they put in cloth there to make it look like Hollyweed.
Yeah.
So
clever.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
A little harmless prank,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right.
Sir
King. That helmet is something else.
Where we at? It's 31?
1937, Redskins.
Oh, I'm behind here.
They can't use that name anymore.
Oh, man. God.
Stupid. Washington... what are they now?
I'm trying to think of it. I can't remember.
The Washington football players, or some stupid shit like that.
It's something dumb. Washington, what? I don't know.
1937, Redskins NFL franchise play first game at Washington at Griffith Stadium, defeat the New York Giants in season opener 13-3.
What a way to start.
Oh yeah, right.
Come out swinging. Do the name proud, I
think we ought to boycott big people. No more Giants. Just New York people or something. Get rid of the Giants. Boo.
Yeah.
We want smalls.
Yeah. That's
how much sense the Redskins make.
Yeah. Well, I mean, supporting giant people is white supremacy.
And I haven't researched it, but just in some interviews I've seen, I've never heard of one Native American Indians ever being offended by it.
Actually, on the contrary, no, it had, not to contradict what you said,
what I've heard.
Yeah, from what I've heard, when the local natives, not just random natives, but the people local, the actual the Native American Washington people, they say they supported the Redskins as a name.
That makes more sense.
They were opposed to the change. Yeah. The very people that these freaking whites were being offended on their behalf,
they like it.
Dude, why are we listening to white people being offended on behalf of other people? Listen to the people that they're talking for,
No one was offended by Uncle Ben. No one was offended by Aunt Jemima.
The Native American on the Land O'Lakes label.
We could go on and on and on and on.
Oh, and talking about in that vein of thinking, you go around and you look at all the offensive and imagery that they took away. What did they leave? They left Cracker Jack. They left the Quaker Oats guy. What's the only group of people that actually has representation now on the grocery store shelves? White people. I wonder why. That was the whole point. That's what they were trying to do. They used racism to make more racism. It's madness. It's absolute madness. They got rid of the representation of everybody else except whites. Nobody sees that.
Yep. Well, Debbie.
Well, we want to all those things. Basically, they want to eliminate diversity of thought.
Yeah. Exactly. Out of sight, out of mind. So, really sick. Anyway, I know we just went off on a wild tangent there. But
Yeah.
let's get back onto 1939 here.
We get deep here.
Yeah.
39. New York Yankees clinched their 11th and 4th successive pennant.
That's weird. 11th and 4th.
Ooh.
What? Wait. Oh, so their 11th pennant, and it's the 4th one they've had in a row, right? If that.
I don't reread it again. I'm not sure.
Yeah, successive.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Successive.
So New
pennant.
York Yankees clinched their
So,
11th
yeah, you're
and
right.
4th successive pennant.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
11th and 4th.
it's 4 in a row.
Okay. English is weird.
1940. Yeah, he was a bitch. 1940. Leo Durocher suspended from Ebbets Field for inciting a riot.
That sounds like Leo DeRocher. He was a character.
That would cause it. Yeah.
I'm getting out of here. I said
1940.
right
St.
now.
Louis. So,
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead now.
1940 St. Louis Browns Johnny Lucido is second to home run from each side of the plate.
That's weird. I've never heard of a batter that goes from each side. So he's hitting right, and he's hitting left.
Called the switch.
Dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro,
Not
Macho
common, but
Man
there are some.
could do that. Could bat with both hands, and he could pitch with both hands, and he was good.
That's
Yeah.
scary. That's honestly
That
scary.
I didn't know. He could throw with
Yeah.
both hands.
Dude,
That is that weird fact will never leave my head. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god,
like
you should have
legitimately,
been a baseball player.
ambidextrous people are the next step in human evolution. Like seriously, like because humanity, like what makes humanity so significant? It's not our intelligence; it's our opposable thumbs. It's our ability to manipulate our environment. If dolphins had opposable thumbs, they'd be eating us. No, seriously. Like that's
Speaking of,
and now other
You,
animals.
you
like,
remind me of some artist I saw with some lady who was making 4 different drawings, and she was using her feet, and she was doing it all at the same time, making 4 different pictures at the same time.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quadridextrous. That's incomprehensible.
I can't even comprehend it.
Woman using hands and feet individually making pictures. Let's see if this yields any results. Okay, is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, here she is. Yeah,
Let me bigger this here.
yeah, she's
oh
awesome.
my
Well, she's actually doing 5.
6.
2, 4. Oh, 6. Yeah, sorry. Me math no good.
How is this even like humanly possible?
How does your mind go into different compartments like that?
Well,
That is look at that.
So wow.
Like I'm gonna stop it here because and I'm gonna add this
Yeah.
to the underbar section. Actually, this definitely needs to be looked at.
That is amazing.
Uh,
Could
four,
that be fake?
four,
Yeah.
quadridexteros. If that's even a word, maybe I invented it.
Oh, I don't think that's humanly possible.
That's crazy. Like that is.
Yeah.
You know what? You're getting a subscription from me, and I want to see everything that you do. Like she has multiple. She has another thing here. Wait, no, that's a different channel, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's crazy. Thank you for bringing that up, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's wild.
yeah. 1940, we got that one. 1940, U.S. President FDR signed Selective Training and Service Act, the first U.S. peacetime draft. Oh, wonderful. Now we're getting drafted in peacetime. Like, now you understand
shit's
why I
alright,
don't like this guy.
Oh, that's alright.
We also have 1941. Adolf Hitler ordered that for every dead German, 100 Yugoslavs should be killed. Yikes. Maniac here, dude. 41 as well. German armored troops surround Kiev and Ukraine. Wouldn't be the last time. Well, probably last time from Germany, but 1941 as well. Man, it was a busy day. Jews of Vilna, Poland, confined to the ghetto. Well, here we go. Like, anyone out there who doesn't believe that the Holocaust happened is just like beyond comprehensively dumb.
That's our interpretation today for our use of the word ghetto.
More or less, like, I think, I don't know. Because, like, you know, obviously we have the ghetto, you know,
Yeah,
like
that's
in
what
the
I'm
inner
getting
city and all that stuff. I don't know. That is a good question.
Yeah.
You know, if the analogy
Sounds like that's where it's coming
like we certainly didn't treat, you know, certain communities, you know, with their due equality back in the day. That's for sure. So, Sir King, 1945.
1945, barometric pressure at 856 MB, 25.55 inches off Okinawa. Is that inches? Feet?
Yeah, inches.
Off record low.
Yeah, one thing is feet, two things is inches. So,
Okay.
now I don't know what, you know, I know barometric pressure is like air pressure.
Also, it'll be
and all that stuff.
25 feet, 55 inches.
Yeah, no, 25.55 inches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's 25 and slightly over half of an inch.
Ah,
inches.
25
okay.
and a half inches, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of rain.
Well, that's
hard.
not rain. That's barometric pressure.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, that's air pressure and stuff. So whatever that's their record low, that means incredibly low air pressure. So
It's a lot of water in them there clouds.
so rain's coming. Okay. All right. You just taught me something about weather. I had no idea you knew about weather like that and stuff. Like,
Well, basic stuff. But
yeah. 1947. What do we got? Oh, speaking of rain and everything.
A typhoon Kathleen hits Saitama, Tokyo, and Toll River area, killing at least 1,930. We talked about that yesterday.
Damn. Yeah. 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 I remember, like, you know, Saitama, One Punch Man. Like,
Yeah.
that's odd. 1950 here, Cleveland Browns, formerly the AAFC, played their first NFL game, defeated Philadelphia 35-10. All right.
Hispanics should be protesting that name.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's how stupid everything is.
Yeah. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but because of the color of your skin, magically you're not allowed to say that, you know? So, 1950, Viet Minh offensive against French bases in Vietnam. Here we go. You know? 1951, U.S. National League umpire Frank Descoli cleared the Dodgers bench, ejecting 15 players. Wow. What happened? You're all out of here. Bye.
They weren't too happy with him,
Yikes.
so he wasn't going to take their crap.
Yeah. 1953, we have the first movie in CinemaScope, The Robe, based on the book by Lloyd C. Douglas, directed by Henry Costner, and starring Richard Burton and Gene Simmons, premiered. All right. I don't know if you know about that.
Can't be Gene Simmons of Kiss. That's way too early.
No, and
It's
a
not.
completely different career path.
Yeah.
We also have an AL, I guess the American League, approved St. Louis Browns move to become the Baltimore Orioles. All right. So, yeah. 1955, the U.S. Auto Club formed to oversee 4 major auto racing categories.
Okay.
Okay. 1957, LA City Council approved 300-acre site in Chavez Ravine for the Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers, yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at
boy.
that. The
Yeah,
big
they
old-
they really moved out an entire community, Hispanic community, to take that. No questions. You're gone. Boom.
Yeah.
Took the whole community out. It was kind of sad. Of course, no one said anything at the time, but in history back, you look at it, it was really sad.
Oh, gee, why isn't there a progressive movement against the Dodgers for doing that? Huh? I wonder. Oh, that's right, because the Dodgers make money. 1959, French President Charles de Gaulle recognized Algerian right of self-determination. Heck yes. I'm all about independence. You know, I don't care if I disagree with people.
Yeah.
I'm all for them having independence as long as I retain mine. Live and let live. You know, if we have to live separately, at least we're living. I prefer to live commingly, but if, and some cultures unfortunately, just are unable to. And that really, breaks my heart, but that's just how the world is, 1959, French president. Oh, got that one. 1960, Amos Alonso Stagg retired as a football coach at the age of 98. Hey, you still have a shot.
Thanks.
Yeah, you still have about another decade or so, 1963, The Outer Limits premiered on ABC TV. All right. 63 as well, the Federation of Malaysia was formed by Malaya, Singapore, British North Borneo, Sabah, and Sarawak. All right, so cool. 1964, Shindig premiered on ABC TV. Yeah.
I kind of remember that. I'm trying to think of what I think it was a dance thing or something.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm gonna say this joke with a muted mic.
Boo. Boo, boo, boo.
1965, as I mentioned earlier, here we go. British singer Davy Jones changed his stage name to David Bowie to avoid confusion with the monkey of the same name.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
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 You know, so we were talking about pen names, the whole Shakespeare thing that we went on earlier. You know, so 1971, 6 Ku Klux Klansmen, Democrats, were arrested in connection with bombing of 10 school buses. Yep. You know, the political, the civilian strong arm of the Democratic Party. There you go. 1971 as well, a number of unionists resigned over the proposed tripartite talks involving Northern Ireland, the UK, and the Republic of Ireland. 72, the Bob Newhart Show sitcom The Chicago One debuted on CBS TV. The first episode, Fly Unfriendly Skies, starred Penny Marshall and the Stewardesses.
That's his first one.
Oh, yeah.
His first sitcom.
Yeah. So, you know, I want to look up a surface level scratch. I want to know a little bit more about these tripartite talks.
Yeah.
You know, let's see here. 71. 1971. Let's see. Tripartite talks. Okay. Just to see what this says. Okay, well, that's the whole thing there. Where's the wiki? Let's just find the wiki here. Tripartite system of education, Wales, blah, blah, blah. It was the arrangement of state-funded secondary education between 1945 and the 1970s in England and Wales, and from 1947 to 2009 in Northern Ireland. Pretty interesting how they had such a longer time for Ireland specifically. It was an administrative implementation of the Education Act of 1944 and the Education Act of Northern Ireland 1947.
Doesn't say if there's any blowback from any particular groups.
Well, origins, you know, this, you know, I'm just gonna add this wiki here to the underbar section here. Tripartite talks, Ireland. If anybody wants to look more into this, because you know, I personally, if I'm gonna look at part of this, I want to look at all of this, because you know,
well, you want to hear some blowbacks, like I say,
yeah,
just because that gives you a better sense of
the Butler Act,
what they're
design
really
of
doing.
the system, implementation, the 11 plus. Examinations, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to see. Decline, here we go. In 1958, the sociologist Michael Young published a book entitled The Rise of the Meritocracy, a mock historical account of British education viewed from the year 2033. It satires the beliefs of those who supported the tripartite system. Young argued that grammar schools were instituting a new elite, the mediocrity, and building an underclass to match. If allowed to continue, selective education would lead to renewed inequality, and eventually revolution. So
okay, so that's his opinion, obviously, but it's giving you an idea of.
But obviously, that's what the British.
About. Yeah.
Obviously, that's what British want to do. They already subjugate Ireland. Now they want to retard their education and make them easier to control. You know, it's you know, government 101. You know, so. 1972. What do we got here, Sir King? If you so wish to take this.
The Bob Newhart Show sitcom, the Chicago one.
Oops, sorry.
You got that one?
Oh yeah, that was my bad. I'm dumb.
First TV series?
Yeah.
About mixed marriages. Ooh, scandalous.
Yeah.
Bridget Loves Bernie premieres.
Remember the hoopla when Captain James Tiberius Kirk kissed that black lady on camera? Oh my heavens! Oh, like, yeah.
Buffalo running back O.J. Killer Simpson rushes for then NFL record 250 yards, and the Bills 31-13 win at the New England.
If the cleat don't fit, you must have quit.
1974 Bay Area Rapid Transit BART begins regular rail service crossing under the San Francisco Bay through the Trans-Bay Tube.
That's pretty cool. Underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1974 here, U.S. President Gerald Ford announced conditional amnesty for U.S. Vietnam War deserters. Yeah, because, you know, like, just everything about Vietnam was just wrong. You know? Like, everything. So, you can't blame people for desertion. You can't blame people for, you know, like, you know, avoiding the draft, dodging, moving to Canada, you know. Like, we have rights. Just because the law of the land dictates something does not mean it trumps us being human, you know? So, 75, MLB Pittsburgh Pirates second baseman Reggie Stennett was second to hit 7 for 7 in a 9-inning MLB game in a 22-0 rout of Chicago Cubs held in Wrigley Field in Chicago. Wow, they got their teeth kicked in there. 75 as well. Papua New Guinea gained independence from Australia. It's their national day. All right. So awesome.
Yeah.
And we also have the first prototype of the MiG-31 interceptor made its maiden flight. Yeah, you know, the rival, you know, to our F-16s and whatnot, you know, of the time. Look at that. That almost looks Western. That does not look like a MiG. You know, I'm no aviation enthusiast. If it wasn't for the markings, you know, you could tell me that this was U.S. I wouldn't know. Man, that looks like so much like us. That does not look like a MiG. You know?
Ours do look different. I can't tell you why, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, MiG. Let me just search up MiG. You know?
What
Like,
is
you know,
MiG?
this is what I'm thinking about a MiG. Or even this. You know? But,
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one's sexy. That has the wings that fold forward.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for storage and such.
On aircraft carriers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it might also
like it goes
have something to
fast.
do with flight. Sorry, what?
Looks like it goes fast.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, really fast.
Yeah. What do we got here in 76?
American Episcopal. Wait. Episcopal. God damn it.
I don't know either, man. Like, I have trouble.
Episcopal. Church approves ordination of women as priests and bishops.
All right.
Good for them.
Yeah.
1976, Savarsh Karapetian saves 20 people from trolleybus that had fallen into Erivan Reservoir.
I don't know who that is, but cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a lot of people to save.
yeah. Like, that's
Who, like-
literally a real life superhero right there.
Yeah.
We got a picture.
You know, let's see.
See who this person is. Deserved to be
He was
recognized.
an Olympiad. Okay, so that's how he was able to do it. I remember this. That's right. He was an Olympic swimmer. Highly decorated. Like,
Oh, geez,
Soviet world
Holy.
champion swimmer. Yeah. Like, so that's why he was able to save those 20 people. He was able to swim, hold his breath, and, you know, get all them.
Yeah, pull them up, push
Wow.
them.
Wow, just keep. Bravo.
Still 20 is a
Bravo.
lot.
Yeah, dude. Let me give him a cheer here. Where are you? Cheer.
Yeah,
Good
man.
job. Good job. 1977 here, the 90-minute pilot of Logan's Run premiered on TV. That's a movie I have yet to see, but it is on the docket.
Yes.
I don't think
I
I've
have
ever
seen
seen it either.
That's the one where they kill anybody when they hit 30. Like, you know,
Oh.
like,
Okay.
and or something to do with some, like, you know, oh, your timer is up or
Yeah.
something like that. Like, so I'd be dead.
Yeah.
All three of us would be dead. Like, that's scary.
Yeah.
77 as well. Seattle defeated Royals 4-1 to end Kansas City's winning streak at 16 games. Womp womp. Well, 78 to 25,000 people died in a 7.7 earthquake in Taba, Iran. Woo!
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
The earth disintegrated. Like, that's.
I don't know if it was that one or not, but we offered assistance at the time. They turned it down.
Yeah, you mentioned that before, and I looked it up, and I'm
I'm
not sure
if
either.
that was the year or not.
We don't. We're
Yeah.
almost at an hour in. We got to keep moving. I'm hungry too. So, 1988 filming began for Monty Python's Life of Brian on location in Monastir, Tunisia. All right. 78 Grateful Dead performed in Cairo, Egypt.
Deadheads.
Yeah. And
Nice.
That's pretty interesting. Like, I wonder if the Mummies rocked out. If they were Grateful Dead. Like.
I'm grateful for you now after hearing that, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. We got 4 79s for Good Sir King. That was a busy day.
Sorry.
Are you okay there?
There's a family. I think there's a
79?
family of spiders crawling across my windows
Oh.
through here. It's just 2 of them. It's one little bit, one and one small one.
Huh.
I was just watching them.
79 Catfish.
Yeah, it's Catfish Hunter Day. Sweet at Yankee Stadium.
I don't know who that is, but like,
Great picture.
Oh, okay.
Catfish Hunter.
Yeah. All right, sit up, back
Yeah.
straight, shoulders back, head up, posture. What else do we got here?
1979, Casey Willie Wilson hits 5th inside the park home run, most since 1925.
Wow,
Holy cow.
that's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, this next one's hilarious. I remember this. Well, not personally.
1979, Russian Bolshevik ballet dancers Leonid and Valentina Kozlov defect to U.S. in Los Angeles, California.
Hey!
I vaguely remember something about that.
Yeah, no, there's been several instances of like people utilizing like ballet or whatever to defect. Like one of my most favorite defection stories of all time is when some North Korean pilots
Yes.
defected out here, like
Yeah.
yeah, a
Like
brand.
he didn't get shot down.
Yeah, but like of course there's other like there's other defectors, like there's World War II German defectors landing and stuff like that. So 1979 as well, the families of Peter Sturlzink and Gunther Wetzel. I wonder any relations with Wetzel's Pretzels.
Pretzels,
Yeah. Arrived in West Germany from communist East Germany in a hot air balloon, talking about
There you go,
defectors,
yeah.
via hot air balloon. Hey, where there's a will, there's a way. 1982, a massacre of over 1,000 Palestinian refugees at Shatila and Sabra began. This is what I'm talking about when, we adamantly disagree about certain subjects. They do things like this constantly, and it's never reported on our news. They only tell us one side, their side. Both sides suck, but you gotta recognize evil for evil. So, 1983, Austrian weightlifter and actor Arnold Schwarzenegger became a U.S. citizen. Ah, yes, Mr. Screw Your Freedoms. The
Yes,
apple didn't
screw
fall
your
far from-
freedoms.
Yeah. Don't forget that Arnold Schwarzenegger's father was a officer in the SS in Nazi Germany.
But he lives in California.
Yeah, but he was born in Austria.
I understand that.
Oh, who else was born in Austria? Hitler. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah. Like, what does it say? Of the same cloth or whatever? Like, what's the saying? Whatever. I don't know. What do we got here in 1984?
First broadcast of Miami Vice on NBC TV.
All right. Yeah. Sports cars and all that crap.
I remember watching it when my mom was though.
Huh.
1986 fire in Kingross gold mine, Transvaal, South Africa. 177 killed.
Jeez. Well, I mean, that's mines, especially that's a gold mine and such, but still, there's methane, maybe there's stuff in
Mining
there.
is always dangerous,
Yeah.
no matter what it is.
Yeah. Ooh, 1987. California's Bob Boone caught a record 1,919th Major League game. All right.
All right.
87 as well. Pope John Paul II ended his Los Angeles tour with an interfaith meeting at Dodger Stadium with leaders of Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism. That's pretty cool. John Paul II, man, he was like, one of the greatest popes of all time. Now, I don't really know much of the history of the papacy, but
recent popes. Let's give him popes.
At least recent popes, to my knowledge, like he's one of the greatest.
Progressive.
Yeah. 1988, Cincinnati Reds. Tom Browning pitched a perfect game, defeated the LA Dodgers 1-0.
Wow.
All right.
Perfect game, not a no hitter, a perfect game.
Yeah.
27 up, 27 down.
Yeah. In 1988, Fish left rock group Maryland. Okay, I put that in there for you. I don't know if you know anything about that. The Fish, was that a guy? I thought Fish was a band.
I thought Fish was a band.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is Country Joe and the Fish.
Okay.
But I don't know. If
I'm sorry. I'm talking here on the mic.
Yeah. 1988, Javad Mindad completed 211 in his 5th Test cricket double versus Australia. And I put that one in here just for you too.
Cricket.
Oh yeah. Cricket. Yay, cricket. Yeah.
And 1988 as well, a jury awarded Valerie Harper $1.6 million in dispute over TV series. All right, so I guess justice. I'm not sure. So,
don't know anything about it. Yeah, can't say.
What do we got here in 90?
1990, Iraq televises an 8-minute uncensored speech from George H.W. Bush.
Huh. I wonder, what he spoke about. Like, why is uncensored such a significant thing? Well,
that's got to be just before the Iraq War when we invaded.
Oh, it says here, message to the Iraqi people. So there you go.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
1991, Atlanta's Otis Nixon suspended for the rest of 1991 due to cocaine.
Dang. I would do it, though.
1991, Norm Charles is suspended for 7 days for initially hitting Steve Socia with a pitch.
Intentionally. Yeah, so like he did it on purpose. And I would, I would cause a suspension. Yeah, like.
That's got hurt.
Yeah, no, like when I was in Little League, I learned really quick that if kids don't like you, they'll make sure that you're not around, and they started intentionally hitting me, like they aim for my wrist, they aim for, my outside plumbing, so to speak, even though I wore a cup, it hurt, and they kept directly beaning me, and then eventually I just enough, like so. What else do we got here? 1991, U.S. trial of former Panamanian leader Manuel Noriega begins. Yes, about time. This guy needed to be brought to justice. Like, he essentially, weaponized the fact that, he was the leader of Panama and the Panama Canal. He was utilizing that as a bargaining chip against us and, by extension, the rest of the world. This guy needed to be taken out. 92...
900 die and wait.
Black Wednesday.
Black Wednesday, UK government is forced to withdraw the pound sterling from European exchange rate mechanism after unable to keep it above lowest limit.
All right. So economy stuff, I'm not really sure what that means, but it doesn't sound good. Oh.
Sounds like they're removing the penny.
Huh. Oh, okay, yeah, like they're changing. Does the UK operate by a 0.1 or a 0.5 or a 0.0 decimal system? I don't know. Oh.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Let's ask the loon here. So I'm gonna reread this for you. 1992, Black Wednesday. The UK government is forced to withdraw the pound sterling from the European exchange rate mechanism after unable to keep it above agreed lowest limit. So
Okay.
that's economics,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Like, so that means that the value was so low that they had to, erase it from the
Well,
exchange, like from
in
active
order
use.
to be part of the EU,
Oh,
there are certain things
Oh,
you have
okay.
to keep the value of your currencies and so forth, and so it fell below that.
Yeah, the penny.
okay. Oh, well, no, it's not the penny. The pound sterling, is like the basis of the entire economic system of
Yeah.
the
Oh.
British. So essentially, what the Loongear just said was that they had to keep, it's not their equivalent of the penny. It's basically their dollar. They had to keep their
Oh, it's their dollar. Okay.
yeah,
Dollar or pound.
yeah,
Yeah, it's called pound there, but yeah,
yeah,
it devalued below the lowest standard for the EU.
yeah. Because the pound sterling, and I'm not sure if they.
So what they replace it with?
They
well,
didn't, no, they didn't. They brought the value up.
they had to bring the value up, and then eventually, when they became a member of the EU, they started using euros predominantly, but they still had their own currency.
Yeah, they never
the pound.
dropped the pound.
Like Germany completely got rid of their own personal currency, the mark, like
Yeah.
that. They don't have
Yeah.
marks anymore. Their only currency is unified currency. I'm not sure if France still has francs.
I think,
Oh,
and I'm not
okay.
sure,
Yeah.
but I think England is the only one that actually kept their original currency.
Yeah,
I may
well,
be mistaken.
No,
but
they
I
did.
think-
They did because now
I know they did, but I don't know. I don't think any other country did.
I'm not sure. Like the
Nor
Italian.
am I, that's what I said. I'm
The
not sure.
Italian lira,
Yeah.
the
Swiss franc.
the guilder, like
Yeah.
for the most part, most of the countries in the EU don't have their own currency
Anymore.
They used to, but that was the whole point of the EU.
You are now traded in euros.
One centralized European government, one centralized European economy.
The point of the whole
and that's
euro
scary. Like,
economic thing and the euro becoming part of it was to compete against the United States.
yes, but
'Cause together they'd be much stronger than apart.
But see, a lot of people don't realize the EU, the euro, and all that stuff was a test because they had plans for an Amero, a one unified government for the entire, American colony, United States, Canada, Mexico, and everything involving South America. One federal government to encompass it all, and the Amero, one unified currency. Same thing with Africa, the African Union, same thing, they had all this in plan, so they have Europe, the European Union, the Euro, America, the American Union, the Amero, Africa, the African Union, the Africo, and then the Asia, the Asian Union, and the Asia or whatever, and then now all you have to do is unify those four, and then boom, one world government, one world economy. That's the plan, like that's scary. Like, but instead of doing it that way, now they're doing it a whole different way. They're doing what they always do. Rats always scurry and come in from underneath you, and so be aware out there, people. Look around you, look at what's happening, and think. Don't think like me, just think. Anyway, in 1992, 900 died in a flood in Pakistan. Yikes. 92 as well, the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, voted to allow competition for local phone service. Oh, they voted to allow competition. How generous of them. Gee, they have too much power. They should not wield such power, 93, what do we got? King?
Frasier starring Kelsey Grammer and David Hyde Pierce appearance on NBC.
Oh, Frasier, yeah.
Talking about those tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Yeah.
Whatever that song was, yeah.
Yeah. That's a weird song.
1993, Minnesota Twins Dave Winfield in 19th to get his 3,000th hits.
So he became the 19th person or player to get 3,000 hits. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
19th, like you get up to those numbers, you're like, okay, 19th, oh, who cares? Like, have you gotten 3,000 hits?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's why it's here. Like, gotta recognize, the hustle. Just because he's 19, just because he was born late doesn't mean, any less of his accomplishment. You've got to recognize it. So, what else do we got?
1994, fire department puts out smoky electrical fire in the White House.
Ooh. That's not good.
No.
1995, Greg Madu, or Madux, or however, I know I'm butchering it somewhere, and the loon's going to correct me maybe. Maddow. I knew I was wrong. Of the Braves, set a record of 17 consecutive road victories. All right, that's pretty cool.
That is.
Yeah. 96, first one-day international in Canada, India, and Pakistan at Toronto. In Canada, India versus Pakistan at Toronto.
What is that?
I'm going to presume
what?
international. It's either rugby or cricket. So, 1996 Friendship Cup. Cricket. It is cricket. Hey!
Oh, cricket.
Woo! We got cricket in here. You know, like
I shouldn't have had to ask.
I'm vastly growing to become a fan of cricket just because of how much it pisses you off. You know. 1996, the courtroom reality show Judge Judy, with Judge Judith Shinedan, premiered in the U.S. Huh.
I think she's still around today, isn't
I
she?
believe it's still a show. You know, it's still going.
Yeah.
Going on.
I don't think so.
Well, let's see here. Judge Judy.
She's still alive, but I don't think she's doing the show.
Judge Judy, number of episodes, 6,280. Good God. Oh, wow, no, but it did end July 23rd, 2021,
Yeah.
so that's
Okay.
recent.
Yeah.
Some new judges have taken over that kind of
Yeah.
Judge Judy,
never
Judge
seen
Brown
any of
era.
Oh, the
Her or
People's
anybody.
Court, yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, Judge Judy is vicious, and like she actually has some integrity. Like she's judged, you know, in favor of men against women and certain things. Like, you know, when right is right and wrong is wrong, as far as I've been made aware of, Judge Judy really is a trooper of the people. You know, like there's been so many frivolous cases where in any other courtroom, they would, you know, like in like, you know, civil disputes or whatever, like, you know, oh, you know, you're the man, you're guilty. You know, no, she doesn't play that crap. She actually does her job right and well, as far as I'm aware of, you know. So, and yeah. What else do we got here? Oh, some Minnesota Twins stuff. What do we got?
MLB Minnesota Twins Paul Molitor becomes 21st player to reach 3,000 hits.
All right, that's pretty interesting. How he shares an anniversary.
Nice.
We have the 19th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 19th, and then now the 21st, on the same day,
Yeah,
in different
it's kinda
years.
weird.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. This is why I love history. You know, you find these little things. That's strange. You know,
Yeah.
what a weird coincidence. Like,
Of all the day, well,
Yeah.
you have to be within the season, so it
Yeah.
can't be any day.
yeah, you know. 97, Apple Computer Inc. named co-founder Steve Jobs interim CEO, and this is after they had fired him.
Yeah.
And
Why was that?
he went on to create Pixar.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize that
Oh, no.
Steve Jobs created Pixar because he got fired from his previous creation, and then I think eventually he left Pixar to once again, as it said, you know, head Apple once again, and
He also created Next, I believe.
next NXT or
NXT,
Yeah,
the
okay.
computer.
oh okay, yeah. 97 as well. Mark McGuire signed with the St. Louis Cardinals for $26 million. Yeah. 99, we have 14.8 inches or 37.6 centimeters of rainfall from Hurricane Floyd at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, state record.
It's a
Wow.
bunch.
Yeah. 14.8 inches. That's over a foot.
Yeah.
And 99, first ever season of Big Brother reality show began in the Veronica channel in the Netherlands. Wow. Big Brother, the Netherlands of all places.
Never
What?
heard of it. Well, never.
Big Brother.
Wonder.
Never heard of Big Brother?
No.
The random ass show where they go, like, you know, it's kind of like Candid Camera, but they more like just, you know, monitor you, like how Big Brother is watching you now,
Oh.
the government thing. You know, it was kind of
Yeah.
like that. It was a show based off of that premise. It's like,
Ah.
oh hey, you're being watched. You never know where there's a camera in the public. You don't know who's recording you. You know,
Okay.
you can go to Radio Shack, pick up, you know, a camera for $19.95. God knows what they do with it.
Were you watching?
You know?
Were you watching the Big Brothers from Netherlands, or was it an American version?
I wasn't watching it, but
Oh.
I believe the one I'm aware of is you know, the U.S. adaptation or something. Big Brother Let's see. The show was ramping up, blah blah blah. This. Oh yeah, it was like a reality show. So it's like, it was people. They had people come in, kind of like The Bachelor or whatever. They had people living in a house.
Oh, okay.
The specially built house was located at a factory site in Almere and presented by Rolf Walters and Daphne Dockers. So they just had people living in a house under camera.
Yeah.
Big Brother's watching you.
Yeah.
And now, Alexa's watching you, Siri's watching you, Amazon Echo, like now the government wiretap is in your house helping you make your scrambled eggs.
I did tell you about the new company that encrypts your phone so it can't be watched.
Well, if they develop the technology, they can certainly, go in through a back door and undecrypt their decryption. You're never safe. Doesn't matter. VPNs are a scam. What do we got in the next millennium here?
Woohoo, next millennium.
In 2000, Sammy Sosa becomes the second player to hit 50 or more home runs in 3 consecutive years, joining Mark McGwire.
All right. In
2002, talk show Dr. Phil with Phil McCarthy and co-created by Oprah Winfrey Views on syndicated U.S. television.
Phil what?
Phil McGraw.
Phil McCarthy? What the?
Oh, did I say Phil McCarthy? I don't
That
know.
would have been Paul.
My bad.
I'm sorry. That just hit me so weird, like McCarthy. Ooh, Mob Boss.
2005, Camaro boss Pablo Di Lauro is arrested in Naples.
All right, good. Get these criminals off the streets.
2007, 1-2-Go Airlines Flight 269 carrying 128 crew and passenger crashes in Thailand, killing 89 people.
I want you to pronounce that city.
Thailand?
The city. Oh wait, does it not say the city? Oh no, it doesn't on the. Oh wow. Okay, so they added specifically the city of, and I'll spell this out for you. Phuket. Like, I'm trying because this is a tragedy. This sucks. But 1-2-Go crashed and fuck it. Yikes! What the hell?
That doesn't sound right.
Fuck it. No, it's Phuket.
I got it, what you're saying, but I think that sounds made up.
Yeah. What the hell? That can't be right. That can't be right. Crash and fuck it? Seriously?
It has to be because that's why they excluded it. They don't want to offend anybody.
Well, no, they added it. No, that's what I'm saying. Since last night, because on the main source here, now it says crashed and fuck it, Thailand.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, if you look at my, I forgot what character you were, Star Trek.
in the map. Fuck it, Thailand.
Okay, let's see here. Fuck it, Thailand. Let's see. That is weird. What the hell?
I don't think it exists.
The Fuck It province. Okay. It's one of the southern provinces in Thailand. It consists of the island of Phuket, the country's largest island, and another 32 smaller islands off the coast. Phuket lies off the west coast of mainland Thailand in the Andaman Sea. Phuket Island is a place.
I would pronounce it Phuket.
Phuket, maybe. Like, maybe I'm pronouncing it completely wrong, but yikes. And, what are you doing over there, LaForge?
Alright. Testing my new goggles. They don't work.
Huh. Let's see here. What else do we got? 2008, Rentier and Soy announced they would be breaking up. Who? Renter and Soy. Rentier and Soy? What the hell is this? Okay. It was a Japanese visual Kai rock band active from 2001 to 2008. In French, the band's name can be literally translated to
band breakup.
Enter yourself / entering yourself, although this is not grammatically correct. The band was composed of 5 members and had seen only 1 member to change. Huh. Okay, so it was a French named Japanese rock group. What the hell?
I don't
That's
know.
weird. So, what do we got here in 2011?
The critically acclaimed Drive, starring Ryan Gosling, is released.
Have you ever heard of Drive?
No.
Like, it was critically acclaimed.
Is that the one where he drives the car?
I presume so.
I
Yeah.
think it's a hell of a good guess. I don't know. Maybe just driving someone crazy.
That sounds like
Nothing
me.
new about a car at all.
Wait, it's a documentary about me? About us? Like,
Is that the one driving a car? Oh, I love it. I love it.
I almost thought you were being genuine.
I have never seen it.
2012?
2012, 8 female civilians are killed by a NATO airstrike in Lagaman, Afghanistan.
Oh, where's the outrage about that? Oh, how fast
right.
they bury that? Oh,
Why do we need NATO again?
Surprised they even said it on our source here. Oh,
Right?
yeah.
They must have missed that one.
Yeah. 2012. as well? Go ahead.
2012, anti-Japanese protesters set fire to the Panasonic plant in Qingdao, China.
Well, what have I been saying about all these various cultures in that area of the world? They all hate each other.
Yeah.
Chinese anti-Japanese protesters are setting fire to shit. Like, they hate each other. They just outright hate each other. And what do you think about us over here on the West? Like, nothing good. Tell you that much. 2012 as well, a mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, seeked out a court order to resolve a week-long teacher strike. Seeked out. Like, what's the other vernacular of how to say it? Seeks out?
Seek out.
Seeked out? Sucked out? Like, suck out? I don't know. English is weird. 2012 as well. NHL locked out its players after the expiry of the collective bargaining agreement. We spoke about this yesterday.
Yeah, one's a strike, one's a lockdown, depending if it's management or employees.
Yeah. 2013, 12 people were killed after a gunman opened fire at a naval yard in Washington, D.C. I don't remember this. I kind of do, vaguely, but, like...
No,
yeah.
I don't remember.
Huh. What do we got here in 2015?
2015, 700 million malaria cases prevented in Africa since 2000, and report by University of Oxford and Nature Journal.
I don't know how they can calculate prevention. Did they go forward in time in another reality and see how many cases there were versus, how many cases there are? It's like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. Like, the whole thing about, like, shortening the cold. Like, remember, like, that was only, oh, take this and you can shorten your cold. How the hell can you know that? Like, that makes no sense. Are you time traveling? Like, how... So, what else do we got?
To 2015, 8.3 magnitude quake hits off coast of Iapel, Chile, killing only 11.
I know.
Wow.
And prompting evacuation of 1 million, though, but it only killed 11?
I know, right?
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah.
You think more than 11 would die just trying to evacuate that many people?
Yeah,
That's
stampede,
amazing.
Like, it's something, the evacuation of 1 million people in a
It
little...
had to be, that's a huge earthquake, so it had to be fairly far off the coast.
Yeah.
Probably,
yeah.
Then that would make sense with the evacuation off the coast. The tsunami coming, yeah. Then now that you say that, I remember this now, kind of, sort of.
Really?
Like, yeah, like they evacuated a whole bunch out of a tsunami fear.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 2015 as well, we have an oil tanker explosion, killed 170 in Maridi, South Sudan. Yikes. Like, is that a boat, an oil tanker? Like, what kind of a tanker? A boat, a train, a truck? Like, let's look this up here really quick. Well, list of tank truck explosions. So there we go, a tank truck. South Sudan, here we go. Maridi, before, hold on a second. Control F.
I think an actual oil tanker.
Here we go, yeah. Juba, South Sudan. Maridi. Maridi. Oh, sorry. Maridi. Here we go. Yeah. Suburb Maridi after the Red Cross dispatched aid to the suburb Maridi after the incident. So this is the same one. Death toll increased to 183 people being dead from the incident, and soon increased to 193 people. So 103. So now 193 deaths. So somehow. We also have a report of 3 million people die each year to air pollution, more than malaria and HIV and AIDS combined, published in Nature journal. Well, go after China, go after India, go after all these countries that are major economic and industrial powerhouses that don't have filtration units on the top of their smokestacks. I don't know what more we can do in the United States to reduce our carbon footprint other than just killing the people that live here. But
it doesn't do much good for us to do something, and then China's opening up 2 new coal plants every week.
Yeah, I know, right? I understand the premise, but all these people are going after the wrong targets. Go after China and India, Russia, freaking, I don't know, the Philippines. I don't know, there's so many more polluters out there. What do we got here in 2016?
2016. Hold on. Chris Sharma frees solos Alicia in Mallorca, Spain. The world's first 9B deep water solo route.
So I guess free
I feel like I just had a stroke.
Yeah, I know. So did I. I think it's talking about solo diving. So like a free dive, a solo dive, so free without oxygen. So you're basically just diving, in your swimsuit.
Oh, so is it bellows? 9 bellows? Is that
solo routes. Let me look this up here.
Is that a term?
Oh, it's a climb. Oh, but wait, deep water.
Climb.
Wait, what is happening
here?
Okay, Es Pointas is a 20-meter or 66-foot-long limestone deep water soloing DWS climbing routes on the Es Pointas Sea Arch in Mallorca, Spain. So it's diving and climbing. What is happening here?
I would imagine you just down the rock, right?
I have no idea.
I guess it's diving and climbing. I don't know. This is a whole new world.
Maybe English isn't the first language here. The way it's written.
Yeah. I don't know. 2017?
2017 New Zealand All Blacks Rugby Union team hands South Africa their biggest test match defeat in history. Beat Springboks 50.
Wow.
57-0. You guys are losers. In rugby championship round, Albany, New Zealand.
Wow. Now, this has been a question on my mind for so long, but we've talked about the New Zealand All Blacks, this All Blacks team. Is it actually all black people, or is it just the name of the team, the All Blacks? What the hell is the All Blacks? I'm gonna look this up here right now. Let's see here.
Sounds like it's got to be a name.
New Zealand National Rugby Union Team. All Blacks. See? I guess that's the name. Oh, because they wear black clothing. Okay, their first colors, they were all black, and now they're black with some white. Uh-oh, the white's taking over. Uh-oh, watch out.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
They're black and white and red all over.
Huh, well, they are when they lose. Or they're embarrassed or something. I don't know. Okay, well, so that makes sense. Now I understand. They're called All Blacks because they wore all black clothing. Okay.
Yeah.
The more you know. 2018 cycling land speed record broken for men and women by Denise Mueller-Korndrick riding 183.932 miles per hour or 296.010 kilometers an hour. Bonneville, Salt Flats, Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cycling land speed record. Cycling, that's bicycles. You're not going 183 miles per hour on a bicycle.
No, but I think it's going to be a motorcycle.
Okay. That would make sense. So, But then, why not No, we have a bicycle. What the hell? That's a bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going... I guess they're just towing him. They have him, like, behind... you can see him, like, he's behind this part here. You see this box area? He's behind in it. So they're towing him. And he's on a bicycle going that fast. You see that?
Oh, he rides in there for the wind and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So it holds him.
Oh, my God. This guy is on a bicycle going almost 200 miles per hour. What the hell?
Behind basically a rocket.
Freaking white people, I swear to God.
Oh, that was a perfect comment. You're not going to see no brother back there.
No. Not even in the car.
I just deflated so hard my leg cramped. Oh my God.
That could get us killed.
Good God.
I'm sorry.
I gotta clip that. I gotta start going through our shows and start making a highlight reel. I swear, that was like one of the best. Oh, like that's only second to the fire toilet. Like,
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, that's 2018 as well. The first ever performance of comedy Love's Victory by Lady Mary Worth at Penshurst Place, England, 400 years after it was first written. Wow. It took that long to... Wow. We also have Kansas...
The 2018 Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, greatest quarterback of all time, set his NFL record with 10 touchdowns the first 2 weeks of the season, touching Pittsburgh's secondary with 6 touchdown passes, leads Chiefs 42-37 victory on the road.
Hell yeah!
Go Chiefs!
Chiefs. So, yeah, we have a Chiefs fan right here. He's showing off his
Yeah,
hat.
there we go.
We got the hat. Now let's see the tat.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Chiefs.
Chiefs for life.
Yeah.
2018 Salesforce founder Mark Benioff and wife Lynn Benioff announced purchase of Time magazine for $190 million.
Damn. That doesn't seem that expensive for Time.
No, it
I
doesn't.
think they were dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a dying media.
I mean, I just find it rather fitting that Time magazine, would vote Greta Thunberg the Person of the Year. That's very fitting for that magazine, because who else did they vote for Person of the Year in 1933?
33?
Yeah,
I have
Hitler.
no idea.
Hitler. Yeah.
Well, don't equate her to Hitler. That's
Oh,
not
she's
right.
definitely Hitler.
Oh my God.
So, hey, you want to talk about true fascism? Look at those people. What else do we got here? 2018, U.S. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh accused of sexual assault in the 1980s in the Washington Post. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, that propaganda.
Hashtag me too. Me too. Me too. Yeah, you freaking liars.
Talk about a hit job.
Yeah. I still believe that Bill Cosby is innocent. I still believe that Louis C.K. is innocent. Like, Louis C.K. just took the L because, he knew he was going to lose anyway. He just, would have rather just not be dragged through the mud. So he just fucking, did what he did just to get it over with. And now he's back. Louis C.K., he's making a comeback,
Is he?
Yeah, I believe so.
He had a really weird show on for a while, but I liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Louis, right?
Louis,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
weird show. Yeah. 2019, 50,000 workers at General Government Motors went on strike in the U.S. over pay and factory closings. Yeah.
And what? And over.
Go on strike in the U.S. over pay and factory closings.
Over,
Over
okay.
pay disputes as well as factory closings. So multiple reasons. And like our places, like Amazon and Tesla and General Motors, providing all these jobs, are they really that good if they can do something like this? Are they really benefiting society? No. Abolish corporations.
What?
Yeah. We got to bring back the mom and pop shit, you know? Like we got to make people more self-reliant. You know, we're all relying on just a handful of corporations. Then they decide to lay off a couple thousand. Those people are screwed. Where are they going to go?
So with all these corporations, where are they going to go?
Well, back to being self-reliant. You know, startup. You know.
Meanwhile, you got to learn how to eat wood.
Well, tough times require tough decisions. Do you want to be a species of enslaved people, or do you want independence? Make a choice.
I want to be able to eat and shelter.
Well,
I'll take all of the above.
I'd rather die on my feet
Mom
than
and
live
pop
on my
and
knees.
major corp. We need them all.
Well, so some point there needs to be an end. So, anyway, what do we got here in 2019?
Marvel actor. Wait.
Guantanamo. Actually, no. Yeah, Guantanamo.
I'm sorry, what? 2019, Guantanamo Bay is the world's most expensive prison at $13 million per prisoner, according to the FBI investigation by the New York Times.
What?
How is that
You
possible?
send me there. No, never mind. Just give me the 13 mil.
So let
Call it even.
So let me get this straight. U.S. taxpayers funded the formation of Al Qaeda. They funded the war against Al Qaeda. They funded the imprisonment of Al Qaeda, and they fund this. When are we gonna have a revolution? You know, I'm tired of our taxpayers going towards the creation and the solving of both the problems, both sides of the arc. When's it gonna end?
For it, it's just we're adding debt.
Well,
put it on my credit card.
Moving on up, Marvel. This is a rebuttal to what we spoke about yesterday, involving Boris Johnson calling himself the Hulk.
Yeah.
So.
Marvel actor Mark Ruffalo rebuffs UK PM Boris Johnson, who compared himself to Hulk. Boris Johnson forgets that the Hulk only fights for the good of the whole. I'm Mark Ruffalo, and I'm better than everybody.
2019 as well. Personal data on every Ecuadorian citizen discovered online on unsecured cloud server. Oh, that's not good.
Really?
Yikes. So, poor Ecuador. We also have a study put prices on value of thoughts and prayers. This one's hilarious. So let me restart this. 2019, a study put prices on the value of thoughts and prayers. Because, I'm not sure if you're aware, but whenever somebody posts something on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever, it's like, oh, my dad's in the hospital. Oh, we're sending your thoughts and prayers. Yeah, gee, that's going to help. So there's an actual intrinsic value now on this. The average Christian is willing to pay US $4 for a prayer. Average atheist would pay $3 not to receive one. Published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. We stupid humans put a freaking monetary value on everything. We are a ridiculous species, I swear to God. 2020, Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Mottley announced the country's intention to remove Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state and become a republic. Well, shortly after that, didn't the Queen die? That's a little weird, Hold on a second. Queen Elizabeth II's death.
She died at like 22.
Something like that.
Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Queen Elizabeth. September 8th, 2022.
Ah, good pull.
Yeah. So roughly almost 2 years later, exactly. Just missing 8 days. That's wild. That's kind of weird, actually. Just 8 days shy. Huh. Now my conspiracy brain is really going.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got here in 2021?
Britain's Kew Garden sets world record for the largest living plant collection, 16,900 on a single site, according to Guinness World Records.
Wow, that's a lot of water.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me look this up here. Britain's Kew Gardens. I just gotta see what this looks like here. Let's see. Britain's Kew Gardens. Oh, it's one of the. Okay, so let me get the map here. So it's one of these outside royal garden things.
Botanical type garden.
Yeah. So yeah, this whole thing,
Wow.
not the golf course, but
Yeah.
all of this, I
Yeah.
believe would probably be considered the Kew Gardens. or maybe like this whole area, because like we see here, you know, this glass structure here,
Yeah.
the Palm House. So, yeah, Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew.
Huh.
Actually, does it give me a border?
What country is that in again?
Britain.
Okay.
So, I would presume it goes all the way down here, because this all looks more like greenhouses as well. So, like, I'd say all of this, maybe even the golf field, would all be part of the gardens. This whole thing, and maybe even over here. And I don't know. It's not giving me a border like it would do with like counties or cities or states or something. So I don't know. Huh. What else do we got?
2021 earliest evidence announced for human making clothes discovered from bone tools 100,000 years old at Contrebandiers Cave, Morocco.
Ah, so the very first clothing, creation of clothes. Yeah, tools to use, you know, to make clothing. Oh, they essentially sewing needles made out of tusks or whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
2022, South Korean girl group Blackpink released their second studio album, Born Pink, becoming the first K-pop girl group to top the U.S. Billboard charts. I otherwise would have never reported on that, because I couldn't give a tiddler's damn about K-pop, you know. So
I don't even know what it is.
it's Korean pop, like, you know, pop music,
Yeah.
pop, stuff. You know, there's K-pop, you know. So like, you know, if K-pop is Korean pop, what is Chinese rap? Crap. So, 2023, actually we have 3 of these. I'll take one, you can take the last 2 if you want. We have a massive rock slide in Greenland created a tsunami wave in the Dixon Fjord that shook the earth for 9 days. What the hell? Wow, that must have been one crazy rock slide. So,
Now, just to back up for a second, this C-Rap for China
yeah.
didn't take the bait this time. I didn't say it, as in some other things that we talked about.
You did it masterfully.
Did not take the bait.
What else do we got here?
2023 new economic corridor to rival Chinese Belt and Road Initiative. The India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor announces at GTO Summit in New Delhi.
Yeah, G20 summit. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. We don't need just the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative. Man, that was scaring the hell out of me. I'm so happy to hear this. You know, that there's some competition to that, man. Otherwise, like, oh man, you know, jeez. What else do we have here?
2023 Rolling Stone co-founder Jan Wiener removed from Rock and Roll Hall of Fame board of directors after disparaging remarks about female and black musicians.
Oh, here we go.
Oh
So,
boy.
I don't know if he said anything, but more likely than not is that, you know, he's a certain demographic.
It's taken
that,
out of context
yeah.
or something like that. They
Yeah.
got a little clip.
Yep.
They got a little clip, you know, because
Yeah.
they don't share the full story with you anymore. It's all about
Oh,
those hot takes that are like 5 seconds.
Yep. Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar description below for any links that you may be interested in. So much history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion. Check out our sources for more, please. For your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day, or at least try to, at 11 in the morning Pacific Time, 12 noon Mountain, 1 Central, and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows, from This History Show to news, movie reactions and reviews, video memes, Omni Kitchen, and everything else between. On Talk Show, which actually we may do Talk Show later today, not at 3, but at 5. You know, things depending, so, you know, hang tight. Check the underbar. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
King's Refuge.
Golden Loon.
And of course, UVRU, thank you very much once again for watching, and until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Doses.